Good morning. So it's been a while since I've actually done an update, so I thought I should probably do that. And I've had it on my calendar to do a couple different updates, but you guys, I have just been scatterbrained and preoccupied and tired. So I have not gotten around to posting an update, so I apologize for that, but I thought I could throw it all together in this video, just kind of update you and let you know what is going on, where we're at in this pregnancy. So I am 36 and a half weeks, which is almost considered full term. 37 weeks is considered full term. Most hospitals, if you were to have a baby at a hospital at 36 weeks, would, just check vitals and everything. And if the baby was doing fine, you would probably go home the next day. But per midwifery laws, my midwives cannot deliver at home unless I am anywhere between 37 and 42 weeks. Anything before 37 or after 42, I would have to go to the hospital to deliver, which is 100% not what I want. So we have 4 more days until I hit that 37-week mark, and I am banking on this baby staying in here until after that. I really feel like baby's gonna come anywhere between like 38 and 39 weeks. I've never had early deliveries, but I am doing a lot more. I'm doing a lot more different things, like drinking my herbal tea and eating my dates, and now I've incorporated evening primrose oil and uterine toner. So just a bunch of different things that I'm incorporating into my daily lifestyle that will help bring on labor. So I really do feel like I'm going to go a little bit early. I am currently driving out of town to my chiropractor. My chiropractor is about 45 minutes away from my house. Because of all of my contractions and because of all of my labor symptoms, we'll get to that in a minute, I probably really should not be driving by myself. But sometimes it's just how it works out. Everybody's busy. They've got other things going on, and I'm not too concerned about it because I'm only 45 minutes from my house, and I do have a friend in the town that I'm heading to. So if anything were to happen, I could always get a hold of her. So I think that we are fine. But anything further than the 45 minutes is something I'm not doing right now. I can't. I'm afraid I'm gonna go into labor or have such an intense contraction that I do something silly. So driving is kind of off the table whenever it comes to longer distances. Something else is I'm kind of on moderated bed rest. I hate to even call it bed rest because I've not been told you have to stay on bed rest. It's just I'm being told by my midwives and my husband and my mother who's a nurse and everyone that I need to stop doing things and I need to rest because I tend to overdo it. I can admit that. I tend to overdo it. I'm somewhat of a workaholic, and so my nesting has become a little extreme, and it really causes my contractions to intensify. The last I've had 2 or 3 nights within the last week where my contractions lasted, I had like a 2-hour spell of contractions, and they were anywhere from like 45 seconds to a minute long, and they were coming every 4 to 5 minutes. So I used my little app to time them, and my app kept yelling at me to get off my phone and go to the hospital that I was in labor. But I knew I wasn't in labor. Like I've had labor 4 times before, and I know what labor feels like, and I knew it. I wasn't in like active labor. I am in like prodromal labor, which is just pre-labor. It's just getting your body ready for the actual thing. I'm not sure. I thought maybe I lost some of my mucus plug but it could just be a change in my body because I am 9 months pregnant. But what happened was I was in the kitchen cooking breakfast, and I felt almost like a punch to my vagina. It felt like somebody punched me in the vagina, and it wasn't like lightning crotch, like what you would get whenever you can feel the baby down there moving and stuff. And I have been having a lot of lightning crotch, but it was more like I got punched in the vagina, and immediately after, I think I lost part of my mucus plug, but my midwives aren't too concerned about it because it was clear, it wasn't bloody or anything. So I think that it's just something I'm watching right now and keeping an eye on. So there is that. And I do know that like your mucus plug can actually regenerate itself. Of course, at this far into my pregnancy, I wouldn't want that to happen. Like, I want labor whenever labor is ready to come. I want labor to come. But anyway, it was kind of new because I've never lost my mucus plug before, or at least like before labor. So this was something very new for me. So because of all of those different things, I have been told not to do hardly anything. So I have 4 more days until I am 37 weeks. And at that point, I am resuming all activity that was put on hold to get everything back up where it should be going, and hopefully get this baby here soon. So it's really just a waiting game at this point. I was a little upset yesterday when I went to my doctor's appointment because I've gained 30 pounds. And if you just Google how much weight you should gain during a pregnancy, your common answer is going to be 25 to 35 pounds. And I totally and completely understand that. I get that. Like, there's a lot that goes into the weight gain. And a lot of that will come off the minute I have the baby. But because my last 2 pregnancies, I didn't gain hardly any weight, it was really hard for me to see such a large number on the scale. And that's something I just have to like get past. It's just my vanity, really. Because the baby's healthy and I'm healthy, and I know it's just going to take a little bit of work to get the weight off and everything. But the baby's heart rate was 156 yesterday. It has been in the 160s the last couple times I have gone to an appointment. It has only ever dropped below 150 one time. And I know those are like old wives' tales, and a heartbeat can be a heartbeat, but just like my husband says, it has been on point every single pregnancy. So we're kind of thinking girl, just because the heart rate is pretty high. Also thinking girl just because of how my body reacts to sugar. We're thinking girl because of how much weight I've gained, and just my pregnancy symptoms. So there's a lot that goes into what we think, but I don't know, it could be a boy. So with this being the first one that we've not found out what it is, it's just kind of crazy, and it's exciting, and it just adds to the excitement of like labor and delivery. One of the things, we did a virtual walkthrough of my house so that the midwives could see where I wanted to deliver. That way they could make sure also they knew how to get to my home, all of these different things. And one of my concerns is that I may not be able to deliver in my bathtub, because I really do have it's a pretty deep and wide bathtub. But if I can't spread my legs very far for delivery, like if I'm laying on my back, or if I'm on all fours and the water's not going above like my back and stuff, then likelihood of me being able to deliver in the bathtub is very low. So my intention is still to spend as much time in there to try to relieve as much pain as I possibly can, but we will just see how it goes. I mean, I feel like I might get there, and I keep saying I don't want to deliver on my back, but maybe this pregnancy, like delivering on my back, is what's going to feel good. So we'll kind of see where where that takes us. But I'm super excited because it's just like a waiting game at this point. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. And so we just wait on when God decides that it is time for baby to get here. The kicks have really slowed down a lot. I still do get some kicks in my belly, but most of it is like just pushing and rolling, or what feels like rolling. And I know that that is also a sign that labor is very close, because baby has now, doesn't have as much room to move around in. Midwife said that the baby was very low. So we're ready to go. Our home is prepped. We have all the supplies that we need. I have everything that I need for labor and delivery. I am currently, like I said, going to see my chiropractor. I'm hoping this is the last chiropractor appointment that I have. But we will see. I have had quite a bit of emotions these last few weeks. Like, I'm really feeling a lot of emotions these last few weeks. A lot of it is kind of some bittersweet things. If I think too much about it, it makes me want to cry. I'm so excited to have a new baby, but like, to think of my 6-year-old as not being the baby anymore is hard for me. My older son, who's 19, just moved out of the house, so he's out living on his own now. We're celebrating my daughter's 18th birthday tomorrow, and my 16-year-old son just got a job, and so it's just all these different changes. And then now we're gonna add a baby in the mix, and it's just crazy to me, and it just gets me all in these pregnancy feels. I'm sure it would get me in the feels even if I wasn't pregnant, but so highly, highly, highly emotional, and tired. But I'm not tired as in sleepy tired. I'm tired as in body tired. My body is sore and tired. I feel like I'm a runner again, and I've just ran because my body is so sore, and I know it's from the constant contractions and all of the changes and the pressure and everything else that's going on in my body currently. But I do have these crazy bursts of energy. That's whenever I like to do a lot of my nesting, and it's frustrating right now that I can't really do that because I'm supposed to be resting. But everything is getting done, and it's all going to work out in the end. So that's about all I got. I know this is kind of a longer video, but there's not a lot of change. I mean, you get to this point, and I could sit and tell you the same thing over and over and over again. So, we just got our maternity photos, loved them. They were wonderful. And so everything just feels real at this point, and it's just a waiting game. And I told my husband, I said, it's amazing to me, and it's really humbling, honestly, to think that God thought we were, like, whenever you think about it, I think, wow, God, you trust us enough to gift us another child. And that will really humble you and make you very thankful. And so I pray blessings for this child. I pray that this child is used by God and is kind and gracious and forgiving and loving. And I feel more than honored and more than blessed that God felt it appropriate to give us a 5th child. And so I'm just really, really excited, and we're all really excited. And I think everybody's at the point where they're done with me being pregnant and they're ready to have a baby. So I'm hoping that my next YouTube update will be of a live birth. So that's exciting. So hopefully the next time I post a YouTube video, it will be of my live birth. So anyway, that's where we're at. We start school this week, so things are going to start getting crazy busy. Homeschooling is not for the faint of heart, and we start on Monday. So we have a couple days, and then we start homeschool. And hopefully I will have a baby next week or the week after. So I will keep you guys updated.